What do these say about us?
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
They say that the eyes are the windows to the soul. But while you've been staring lovingly into the eyes of your lover, your feet are down there saying, hey, I'm the floor-to-ceiling soul window right here. I have a soul, and I'm a foot.
Oh, I get it. What Link is trying to say is that there are people
Your feet.
for thousands of years, have believed that you can look at someone's feet and tell things about their personality.
Yes.
Let's see if there's anything to this.
Now, we've done some research, because we are not professional foot readers.
Right.
But because of the boopity-boops, now we can analyze our own personalities and see if it matches up with what the internet says about our feet.
Let's do this. It's time for...
Can your hooves prove how your moods move?
Okay, there are a lot of different ways you can analyze the foot. The first thing is the overall foot shape, at least the toe shape. So place your foot up here into the examining area. Whoa!
There it is. Look at that.
First up, did you freaking trim your feet, man? You had way more hair on these toes. Did you shave for the camera?
I did not. I knew we were doing this. I didn't shave, but I did trim my foot hair, and then I just kept going.
This is a misrepresentation of what your foot actually normally is. It's very Hobbit-like, but now it's almost normal.
Well, I wanted you to be able to see it, and I mean, there's a lot of hair there. Don't love that.
You got rid of your foot blanket.
I trimmed it. And I just kept going all the way up.
I'm going to be doing a lot of foot touching, just so you know. And if you're into that kind of thing, don't tell us that you are in the comments. Okay, just stay here quietly and enjoy yourself, okay?
But doesn't it look nice that you can see the skin under there?
You have a nice foot.
I have 5 toes
There
on
are
it.
5 different shapes. There's Egyptian, Roman, Greek, Germanic, and Celtic. And you definitely, here, straighten those out. This toe's longer. And then you have a nice gradation. So that is a Greek. You're not Greek, are you? You have a Greek foot.
My foot's Greek.
Okay, that's all that's important. Which means that you are creative, questionable. You are prone to anxiety, definitely true.
That is true.
And you may be gullible. Let's just go straight with, he is gullible.
You know what? I don't believe that.
Oh, that's smart. Because if you believe that this is true, you may be gullible. Now, okay,
Right.
so you have a Greek foot.
Let me take a look, see what you've got here. Do I get a point or two?
I didn't do any prep. I didn't do any prep work. I
turn
left
this one?
my feet raw, just like they are.
Man, so yeah, you just don't have that much hair. I mean, this whole toe's going. We'll come back to the fact that your whole toe is pointing west.
I was in an accident.
Is that east?
I was in
west?
an accident.
How did you trim that toenail?
I have
were you in a lawnmower accident?
No, I have issues, man. And apparently they're emotional based on some things that you're going to find out in a little bit.
All right, so you've got this. The second toe for you is also longer. Let's see if I can make it shorter. And then this one's almost as tall.
If you straighten them out, they're almost even.
Well, then I'm saying that that's Roman.
And then there's a gradation.
And then it drastically decreases there.
Well, it's not, and because that's a little bit longer, I'm Greek and Roman.
I'd say you're Greco-Roman.
Like one of those Olympic wrestlers. I've always wanted to do that.
Now, according to, if Greco-Roman, you got some analytical, practical thinker things happening
right, not
here.
Gullible at all.
Do you wrestle?
Yeah, I used to. We used to wrestle. Remember that?
No, we've never. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
We went through like a UFC phase. We would UFC each other in our dorm room.
So that explains it, because you got a Greco-Roman
we'll
foot.
talk about that later.
All right, now keep your foot up here, and we'll go. Let's move on to the arches. I mean, and I knew this about you. Like, look at that. You've got a crazy arch, man.
I'm arching.
You're arching for days.
I think you can actually see it better if you.
Good
oh, look at that.
Look at that.
My foot looks like one of those, like a foot sticker.
It's like,
like if you buy a foot sticker at like a general store.
No. Like a foot sticker?
Yeah, like I'm saying, like look at the arch on it.
Like if someone drew an icon of a foot,
yeah,
I
have an iconic foot, man.
You got a freaking foot
Look
cave.
at that.
There's like bats hiding under there.
Doesn't that mean what does that mean? It means lots of good things.
It means you're
right?
independent, self-sufficient, potentially antisocial.
I can be.
Stay out of my foot cave.
Don't like people.
You have potential to be brittle or rigid in your ways.
No, I don't. I don't have any potential for that. Don't try to give me that bull crap.
And you have an indomitable spirit, right?
Yes.
I think I've seen your spirit be dominated before by your children. I think they frequently dominate your spirit.
Yeah. Well, the pre-kids, I was a strong man.
you were indomitable, and then you were dominated.
Man.
All right, so that's it for your arches.
Okay. Now I have a feeling I know a little thing about your feet because as a child I remember they called you flat-foot Neil.
I have no arch.
You had to get inserts.
I wore a foot insert to try to create an arch, and it didn't really happen.
Man, that is a flat foot. I mean, that could be like a cutting board.
It could be a cutting. Oh, the hamstring. Ooh, we gotta warm up the hammy, man.
I mean, look at that. That is
flat. It could be a whiteboard. You could like do business on that.
Very smooth.
But what does it mean that I'm flat-footed?
Now, it means you value the company of others, especially people that will just touch your feet. You're extroverted.
I'm actually a little weirded out by that.
Sociable, and you like to have a good time.
Like to have a good time, man. No arches.
Who would have thunk it? Flat-footed people. Why are we trying to correct them? Flat-footed people are the life of the party.
They are. I'm gonna leave my foot up here, and let's analyze width at this point.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a straight-on shot.
Give us a straight on. That's a wide sucker right there.
Too wide.
I mean, look, it is. It's like this isn't necessarily a foot icon, but if I needed to like paint with your feet, like those feet painters,
okay,
you could carry a lot of paint with those.
Yeah, I could literally paint a house with my foot. It's just so flat. What does it mean?
Wide feet means that you can't sit still.
That's not true. Well, I guess I fidget.
It means that you're happiest when you're busy and you're a good and hard worker. None of that really rings true for me.
I'm a good and hard worker. I'm like freaking Bob the Builder, man.
You have quite a foundation. I think that's how I would interpret that. You have quite a foundation. You're tough to tip over.
Right.
I mean, I've tried to tip you over.
You've never tipped me over. Now you've got you've got a narrow foot.
I'd say that's
narrow. I think that the
it's also pretty. It looks like a foot icon.
The arch
from the general store
contributes to the narrowness of it.
Yeah. What does that say? Is it good things?
In general, I thought having more of an arch is more of an athletic thing.
Well,
but
yeah, I'm quick.
I mean, you could shoot a three-pointer.
I'm quick. I had a lot of lateral motion before kids.
Narrow feet mean you enjoy being pampered.
That's true. I love a hot tub.
You tend to be
I love
good
soft clothes.
At delegating tasks.
Oh yeah, I get you to do everything.
And then I get chased to do it. You desire beauty in your surroundings.
That's true.
Which explains my presence.
Yes, that's true.
You like beauty? And did you ever think that about yourself? You know, I like beauty in my surroundings.
I like a nice painting. I won't say no to a nice painting on the wall.
Would you like a nice painting?
I do not want I've never said no to a nice painting. I like wallpaper as well.
And shall we move on to toes?
We shall.
At this point, all right, so there's different things you can learn about the length of each toe. And if I start with your big toe, which now we know, this thing bends inward.
Well, I did break it at one point.
Is that the one you kicked the bleachers in high school and when you threw a tantrum?
No, I kicked that one. They both do that.
Oh my goodness, look at that. You could fit another toe right there, a big one too.
Yeah, I got a crazy bendy toe.
I think we should graft an 11th
stand.
toe right there in the middle.
Well, what's wrong with me? What does that mean?
You spend too much time bending over backwards for someone in your life. If that someone is me, don't change.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what else we got?
Do you bend over backwards for anyone in your life?
Yeah. Yeah, I've learned to deal with you.
Oh, you're making it about me too.
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth toe, I'm gonna skip there because I see the curling nature of it, which means you may be having problems in your personal life.
Oh, I'm glad you brought this up. I've been meaning to tell you about my personal problems.
Now's the time to do it.
On this show.
Just gush about it.
Now that you pointed out my curly toe.
This is the perfect opportunity to say.
The main problem I'm dealing with is the fact that I haven't gotten a call from many mountain general stores asking to make my foot into an icon that they sell. Okay, let me look at your feet. Let me look at your toes. Okay, so first of all,
here they are.
Hairiness, it does mean something. Hairy toes.
My feet aren't hairy at all, dude.
And normally, before you shear them, it means that you're sensitive, but you hide this with deflection.
Whoa, that's perfect. I'm freaking trimmed my foot hair.
It doesn't
deflect.
It doesn't change. Oh, okay. I was about to say it doesn't change anything.
No, that's why I did it. I was deflecting what it even meant.
Okay, and this is consistent with the fact that my toe bends sideways.
Don't touch that one.
What?
I can't. That's the one thing on life I can't stand, when somebody grabs that toe. My kids do it to me, and they know I can't stand
that one in particular?
It's like a...
But this one is not a problem.
That one's fine.
This one's right.
Grab that one all.
This one
don't
is a
grab
problem.
that one. I'm serious.
Okay.
I cannot
What is
stand.
wrong with you, man?
It's like pinching a butter bean, man.
So this one is significantly longer, which means that you're verging on bossy.
I'll on it. I am the boss.
This toe and my toe bending over sideways, bending over backwards for your bossy self.
My toe's making your toe bend.
And lastly, can you wiggle your pinky toe independently? Oh, you can. Ain't no way I can do that.
I mean, here it is.
Oh, no, I can't. I can barely even move the top part of my foot. But I gotta hold it still while they're making that cast for the icon.
I can also do the reverse bird with my feet. Look at that.
What in the world?
It's like, if I do that long enough, that toe is just gonna fall off.
Well, if you can move that independently, you're adventurous and impulsive.
Well, that's why you don't give me knives. So, okay, I may be a little gullible, but you can learn a lot about your personality from your feet.
Does that mean that you're gullible?
I think so. Thank you
Are
for
you?
liking, commenting, and subscribing.
You know what time it is.
Hi, I'm Tina.
I'm Selena,
And we're in a houseboat in India
and it's time
to spin the wheel of mythicality.
You've seen a lot of our feat, but one of our most amazing feats was that we wrote a freaking book. It's called Rhett Link's what is it called?
Book of Mythicality.
Book of Mythicality. You can pre-order it right now at bookofmythicality.com.
Click through to Good Mythical More. We are going to see if we can identify the crew based on their feet alone.
Lonely hashtag. This is when we find a hashtag that has only been used just one or two times, and we add to that. The hashtag that's very, very lonely that we want you to add to is hashtag Casserole Kitty.
Casserole Kitty.
Casserole Kitty.
That's all that exists right now for Casserole Kitty.
So add yours to that, and we will repost our favorites.
Click on the left to watch our show after the show, Good Mythical More.
Click on the right to watch another episode of Good Mythical Morning.
And make sure to check out our new channel, This is Mythical, by clicking the video at the bottom.
Thanks for being your mythical best.